got married in the wine country in British Columbia, so about 4 or 5 hours from Vancouver. We rented out a lodge. We had friends and family from everywhere, really, so there was about 100 people or so. We got married right on the lake shore, so it was perfect.
Because it's a gay marriage, you don't really have to take on board all of the traditions and things, so, you know, we didn't have a cake.
Yeah.
We had, what did we have?
We had petit fours instead.
Petit four.
Yeah. Yeah. If people were going to have to fly from Ireland, we were going to make everyone travel, basically, and be captive for the weekend, so.
My sisters came over. My parents are both deceased, but my sisters and brothers-in-law even, and
2 nieces.
2 nieces. Yeah, so all my family came over. And all my immediate family.
Wait, your cousin Seamus as
well?
well?
Yes, another cousin who was living in Canada at the time. So good friends who came from that had known us in our courting days in Seattle as well. So yeah, all in all, it was a really good bunch of people. Yeah. Canada is a very post-gay society. It's a society where being gay is kind of meaningless. Equality has been in place for such a long time that everybody's forgotten about it. When we moved back to Ireland as a couple, our marriage was not recognised, and so our relationship was not recognised, and so David was denied residency, or we had to fight for David's right to residency here.
You know, to have someone kind of, in essence, belittle what was kind of one of the proudest days of your life sort of thing is extremely galling.
So after civil unions were introduced in the UK and Northern Ireland in 2004, there was an awful lot of talk in Ireland about recognition of same-sex relationships. And at one point, the Minister for Justice, Michael McDowell, said that gay people don't even want marriage. Then around the same time, Catherine Zapponi and Anne-Louise Gilligan took a case against the Irish state for them to recognise their Canadian civil marriage. Given that many other countries around the world were bringing in civil partnership legislation and some countries were granting full civil marriages, the government here felt that they needed to address the issue, and they prevaricated for many years on the issue, rejecting bills from the opposition such as the Labour bill, and eventually they got around to proposing their own bill. And groups such as GLEN, the Gay and Lesbian Equality Network, worked on this bill with the government and attempted to make it as best as it could be. Unfortunately, it falls full short of the mark of equality.
Anybody can get married in this country except you. Any asshole can get married. Any dumb fuck soccer hooligan can get married. Any gay basher on Georgia Street at 4 a.m. can get married. Any fascist, any murderer, any sex offender can get married. But you cannot. Let the gays get married and the sky will fall down.
Gay and lesbian people are still not equal in the eyes of our law. We do not have marriage rights. We do not even have partnership rights. The proposed civil partnership bill is a joke. It's a discriminatory second-class system.
How did you first meet?
At the George.
I was standing at the bar in Circuit Mall when I bought her a drink.
She ended up staying with me the whole night, like, you know.
No, it was cool though. She's the first person that I've ever met that I'm, you know, very faithful to and that I always want to be with. Like, started from there actually, and I drove her home.
brother caught us in the car.
It wasn't a great start.
My parents came out that.
They did. Everybody came out that night though. It was very embarrassing.
Luckily enough, none of the neighbours woke up. That would have been so embarrassing.
But ever since then, like, there wouldn't be a week that had gone by ever since then that we haven't seen each other.
It was the way that you placed your hand in mine.
That ribbon would be brilliant around us.
Okay.
The circle outside that, it's not the kind of
Like
one.
square.
You want a square instead?
Square, yeah.
And what were you going to wear on the day?
We'll be wearing dresses, like, so we were like 2, I suppose, wedding dresses on the top.
Yeah.
If I had my choice, it'd be something like a birthday
Okay.
cake there, probably.
When is it? Sorry, when is it? June. In June?
100 people, maybe.
Yeah, you'd have plenty of
Yeah.
that.
And then the top of it like this, but has 2 females on it.
Yeah.
Right, circle's going to be at the back.
Circus going to be at the front. This is the lane.
We'll see. I've done it to make sure it's been a new demo.
Okay, thanks a million.
Thank you very much. This happened actually in City Hall, just beside us there, on the 25th of June. And it looks absolutely...
The 25th of June. The 12th of June.
Oh, the 12th. I mean, our dinner reception is the 25th of June. So the 2 of us want to get married, 2 of us want to have babies. Like, you know, it's not just one person more than another. Like, this is what we want. It's a pain to have to come the whole way up here. I'd love to be able to get married in Dublin.
I'm very kind of paranoid about making a paper trail and doing kind of things together, and not just one person on the lease, but the 2 names.
2 of us on us, and even our
2
joint
names
accounts and everything, we see ourselves as a family unit.
Like, if it was that we didn't want to spend the rest of our lives together, I wouldn't come and bother with the getting married and that. But it's just something to back up and to celebrate that, like, we are going to be together.
We're making a stand, like, and we're saying, like, we're together, and this is, like, we want everybody involved in it. It's not just us as well, like, and that's why we're making such a big effort with it.
There's enormous difference between what's on offer in the Civil Partnership Bill here in Ireland and what's available to couples who can get married in the registry office, that's civil marriage.
The word marriage is very important, and language in this whole debate is very important because language shapes the society that we live in, and it tells people that as I said, we can be treated differently if we're called something different. And I think that if we have the same right, the right of marriage, and be able to choose that right, it tells people that we are equal to them.
Our community is divided on this subject, and that is okay. Some people think that the Civil Partnership Bill is a stepping stone from which we can step forward onto full equality. Some people disagree respectfully with that position and think that full equality is the only thing we can accept.
This is the Civil Partnership Bill. This bill is from a government that says we do not even have families. This bill is wholly degrading. LGBT Noise would like to send a message to the media who aren't listening to us, to a government who aren't listening to us. 1, 2,
LGBT Noise is a non-party political protest group. We had a groundswell of support back last summer with the March for Marriage when 5,000 people got out onto the streets and sent the message to government that we want full equality in the form of civil marriage.
Ask your family, talk to them. Ask your other gay friends, ask your straight friends to stand with you for your civil rights.
One of the things we will always suffer from is lack of visibility. While we're not visible, we will not be heard, we will not be seen, our message will not be taken on board.
And I want to say straight away to the Minister for Injustice, what part of equal do you not understand?
No to half weddings!
We have much to be proud of ourselves here today, but at the same time call me greedy, but I want more!
The last marriage equality poll showed that 61% of the general public was in favour of civil marriage for everybody.
We are sick and tired of waiting. There is only so much incrementalism that we can take in this country, and that at some point we have to stand up and simply demand the best.
I want more! I will continue to want more until this state, our state, as much as anybody else's, recognizes our relationships legally under the law.
Gay people may be a supposed minority in the country, 10+% of people, but the fact is that we have friends and families and work colleagues, and if all of those people stand up for our rights, that's a huge percentage of the population. So those people have to be vocal, and they have to address homophobia, and they have to come out and they have to march, and they have to say if they see a homophobic article in a newspaper that they write a letter. That's what we need, and if we do that, we will have such power behind us.
Well, Marriage Equality has an Out Your TD campaign. What it involves is making contact with your local TD by letter or email or telephone call, ideally by visiting them in their constituency office and sitting eyeball to eyeball and telling them that this is something you support. They have to keep the pressure up.
The campaign itself is not about championing marriage, the institution of marriage that has been criticised for decades, for centuries. It's about equality, and that's the objective of the campaign. And I think once we've achieved equality, society starts on a level playing field and it can move forward. We can all move forward as a society.
The next time we walk in these stairs, we'll be in our dresses.
Trying not to fall.
I'm sorry, Bon Holmes is right.
Did you see that? We're getting married on a Saturday at 3 o'clock. If it's not open, does that happen?
No, they'll have to change. That's probably no sign.
When these rights are secured, it will help bring about a more inclusive society, and a society where diversity is visible, especially in law. And I think it will empower the community to strive for other rights, and they'll be more informed about the rights and mobilised to seek those rights.
Why should I be a fully participating citizen and take on all the responsibilities, including tax and obeying the rules and obeying the laws, if I am not treated like an equal citizen? Either I am equal or I am not.
Are you getting on?
Jesus, it's a tough one.
You had a good lock there, that's for sure.
It's a decent enough lock anyway.